It's time for you to take a stand against the FP-5 tax again. We're going to explain why you should vote yes on Measure W. Reason 1. FP-5 is an unjust tax. It places the burden of the county's mismanagement and overspending on those who can least afford it. This burden is falling on the rural, unincorporated areas and a few financially struggling cities that have faced bankruptcy. It also imposes the same tax rate on small parcels owned by less affluent individuals as it does on large business-owned properties. FP-5 also taxes parcels that receive no county fire services. The vast desert areas of the county are under the state's fire protection jurisdiction, not the county. These rural areas pose minimal fire risk and already contribute to fire services through property taxes, yet they are being taxed again unnecessarily. FP-5 is more than a tax. It's a symbol of inequality. It was deceptively called an annexation instead of a tax to bypass your right to vote on taxes, which is protected by the California Constitution. This denies you a say in matters that directly affect your life and finances. Reason 2. Neither the county nor the fire department need this money, not by a long shot. The County General Fund's annual budget and fire budget have more than doubled over the past decade. They have increased over $4 billion and $180 million respectively. In 2022, the fire chief claimed they needed the $42.7 million from the FP-5 tax to shore up a $29 million budget deficit. Even with inflation accounting for 30% of the increase, there is still over $3 billion and over $120 million, respectively, to pay for the $29 million deficit without the need of the FP-5 tax. Consider this. Since FP-5 was imposed, the Board of Supervisors have added $5 million each to their discretionary spending funds. While at the same time the fire department has taken this new revenue, closed 17 fire stations, and cut 140 firefighting jobs in the rural areas that are primarily responsible for paying the FP-5 tax. Lastly, the FP-5 tax is just the tip of the iceberg. This tax is being rubber-stamped by the current elected officials who get large contributions from the same unions who like to brag they elect their own bosses. Given the strength of the public employee unions, along with the backing of special interest groups, this is largely a true statement. As a result, it has been easy for these groups to promise themselves the highest pensions in the state, worth millions of dollars at retirement ages as low as 45. What's not been so easy is for them to set aside and invest the money to pay for these pensions. A noted economist has estimated their shortfall is over $20 billion and growing. The FP-5 tax is being used as a way to tax the public to pay for these pensions and the mismanaged investments of our elected officials. Unless you take a stand, you can expect more of the same type of oppression to continue. Presently, it's impacting our county's most vulnerable citizens, but soon, it will affect all the citizens of San Bernardino County. For these reasons, we urge you to vote yes to repeal FP-5. Remember, a yes vote is needed to repeal the tax. This is made confusing on purpose, but just remember, voting yes repeals the tax, voting no leaves it in place. On March 5th, vote yes on Measure W. It's our chance to protect our constitutional rights from self-interested politicians and put an end to these taxes that were never our choice.